Welcome to another Transformers Energon review. This time we're going to be looking at the Voyager class Shockblast figure. Now this figure as a whole is a homage to the Generation 1 Shockwave figure, but only resembles that in color and robot mode itself, while having two completely separate vehicle modes. The first one shown here is Cybertronian tank mode, which is how it's packaged, and I believe they only really made this just so it could fit in the package in the vehicle mode, because the other mode is quite awkward and could not be very easy to package. But even though this really is the weaker of the two vehicle modes, it's not really all that bad. It does have tank treads on the sides, on the back and front, but having multiple wheels on the bottom. Has two here, one here, and two more on the bottom here, which aren't actually all that well, because this hinge here kind of isn't very stable. When all the weight's pressed up, it kind of goes off to the side where it's not barely even touching the wheel. If you see here, it'll be more on the plastic. It does have a cannon on the front, which is the robot's arm, and to fire it, which you'd see if I had a missile, but I lost that a long time ago. You do that by pressing forward on the button here, and once you hit that click, that's where the missile would shoot from this green piece here, which is hidden inside the cannon itself, and it would extend these fins, showing some satellite parts, which is mainly used in the other alt mode. And it does have some more support weapons on the back here with these just for show guns here. Now my biggest gripe with this alt mode is that it really just, if you look at it from the side like this, it really just kind of looks like he's doing a weird heroic pose, sticking his one arm forward, looking in a direction, and having his other arm behind him. I'm not sure exactly the other way to describe that pose, but it looks almost heroic what he's doing. So I'm not a big fan of it. But getting to his satellite mode, which I really do like, is a little bit tricky if you haven't played with this toy for a while. Just going to take this shoulder or arm cannon here and stick it up so you can see the golden satellite pieces in the inside of it. Gonna rotate this all the way around, and separate the legs here in the back, flipping them so the bottom of the feet are facing upwards. And flipping this panel up, exposing some more satellite parts and some molded missiles there. Do that for both. And look on the bottom of it, slide this hinge upward and out. Then take this panel here and flip it open till you see some more very shiny satellite pieces and some more molded missiles there. And then push that button so you get the full satellite effect. And then if you want for support for displaying them, you can stick that up and it will support itself. Now this is a lot better of a alt mode than his tank mode. As I said, on the tank mode, I think they just did that as an afterthought to try to make him fit in the box, because if you look at it from a distance especially, it really wouldn't fit in a Voyager class box all that well. And one bad thing, if you still have the missile, unlike I don't, whenever you transformed him into satellite mode, it would automatically fire the missile because you want to get the satellite panel effect. And if I had the missile, I'm not even sure if it will stay in here at this point. So I think what I did at one point was I kind of had it halfway there. But I don't have to worry about that now. But out of both of the all modes, this is the one I prefer. It's the one he used in the show more often, and it's more, it seems more towards his nature, because he is the Shockblast character from the cartoon. Was a kind of a sneaky character, and satellites tend to spy upon other people, so I think it fits the character better. And he's armed very well. He has all these warheads on the bottom and missiles on the top. Has a huge cannon in the front, and he could use these as well. Now transferring back to robot mode is kind of halfway going back to tank mode. First we're going to close this, close back these panels, flip this back up, take these hinges here, take them to their previous position, fold them in, just get the legs to any position that they're out of the way. Now really it could go either way, with this being the chest or this one, but you need to have the Decepticon symbol here on the right arm to have it be show accurate. While if you have it the other way, which you really could if you really wanted to, for whatever reason, but a Decepticon symbol would not be visible. So rotate it so it's facing that way. Swing the legs down, flip up the feet and open them up. Sorry, but this panel, this little hinge here was in this slot here for the tank mode. Just had to snap that off and take this down for now, and then snap the waist and torso to the waist, and slide that back up, swing the arm down, and then the other, and then rotate the head forward. And now you can see where he gets his name, or where he's inspired from, by the Generation 1 Shockwave. While still being 100% accurate to the Energon line, he still is as far as the molding goes, he's still lacking a few of the colors that were visible on the Superlink counterpart. He has the Shockwave one eye and antennas here on the side, and having a flat face. His chest design vaguely resembles that, and instead of just a little arm cannon as on the G1 figure, he has this huge one, which is actually longer than his body. You kind of have to have his gun pointing forward like this to be able to stand him upright. Because if he had it straight down, he would be kind of it would be forcing him to lean to the side. And the only weapon that he does have in this mode is his cannon here, which you have to partially transform into a satellite form to fire. He does, this arm here has a surprisingly great range of posability, except for in the fingers here. He only has these cupped hand here, where you can see there's supposed to be 3 fingers, and they could have easily just made it to at least give him some more posability in these hands here, in these fingers here, such as what they did here. Even as just moving them all at once, but they're stationary. But then he has another hinge here, another one there, and right here, a twisting one here, and one more, two more at the shoulder actually. So what he lacks for imposability in this one arm, he really does make up it in this one arm, which personally, that's not really want to stay up there, is it? I would have much rather have seen this arm be able to come off and expose another arm just like this, except maybe without this arm cannon here, because I think that would just give a more sinister look to have these kind of claws here on both arms instead of just on one. But that's just my personal opinion. So even though this figure is still hard to find, if you were one of the lucky ones to be able to get this when this figure came out, I'm sure you already really appreciate it. But if not, it is quite expensive to find on eBay because of the character homage, but it is still really worth it. And up until recently, it has been the only homage to the Shockwave character for any cartoon. But I will be reviewing the next one coming up shortly. But until then, this is the best homage to the character as when this figure came out. I would even say it's better than the alternator version, which is very disappointing in my opinion. But until next time, thank you for watching.